coming. This is my speech on What Have These Shoes Seen speech. And these shoes right here, I have had these for like 2 or 3 years. I bought them at Ross. They have seen the better and worst parts of my life. I have worn them ever since my first job, as well as ever since my first day moving into this place as well. And I remember moving in with my old friend Mia, ex-friend Mia. It was definitely an interesting journey to go through that with her, and having her as being my best friend at the time. And I feel like these shoes have carried me through coming into this house and coming out of this house as well. And I have also worn them to beaches with my best friends, with my mom. I've worn them to hiking trails with other friends as well. And I just feel like that they've seen a lot of great parts of my life, and especially into my early adulthood. And another thing that they have saw was my work history. My first job was Cinnabon, and then I worked at Crumble for a little bit. I wasn't allowed to wear them because they were not non-slips, they're just regular black Vans. But then eventually I did wear them to my third job, Express Farmers Market. And that job has definitely seen the worst parts of me. I've seen the worst parts of it as well, and I feel like it's allowed me to grow into the person I am today, because on my last day I chose to leave my third job as Express. And I went on a whim. I was on the call with a friend, and I chose to enroll in a CNA program. And for the CNA program, it was through SecMed. It was about a month long, 4 weeks long, and I wore these shoes on my first day to that program. And I have met a lot of great, not coworkers, but a lot of great people teaching me how to be a CNA, a lot of great residents and patients. And then after I finished that program, I was still friends with a lot of my peers in that program. And then later on, when I did eventually get the job I do have right now at Windsor, Elk Grove Rehabilitation for the facility, I have made a lot of great relationships and friends with my current coworkers and my residents and patients as well. Even one of my cancer surviving patients, I can't say his name because of HIPAA, but he has always recognized me by these shoes. Whenever I walk past his door, he looks for me. Because the only thing he can see are the shoes of everybody that's walking by because of the curtain being closed. And every time he sees me, he always calls me in. He says, "Hey, homeboy, can you come in for a second?" And he always just wants to talk. And a lot of the time he asks for a handful of cookies, which I give him anyways. The nurse, I give him, but I'm not allowed to because the nurse says he's diabetic. But I feel like he deserves it. And after a lot of working at the facility, a lot of overtime, and a lot of double shifts, 16-hour shifts, I eventually saved up money to get rid of these shoes. And I finally have a new pair. And I went from walking into DSW a few days before Christmas, and I gifted myself these pair of shoes. It's definitely more than what I'm used to spending for a pair. These were about $150 versus the $20 pair that I bought at Ross two or 3 years ago. And I feel like I finally became the person that I'm becoming. I feel like I've entered a brand new chapter of my life, of work, my career, and school, and I feel like these shoes have carried me all the way, but I feel like it's time to say goodbye to them. Thank you.